In today's video, we're going to look at dividing like in chunks. So I put it in, these little, I don't even know what you call them, um, apostrophes, I think. I'm not really sure. But I teach math, not English. Anyway, so we're gonna break these numbers into chunks. So obviously when you look at 60 divided by 3, it's easy, but it's just for the first example. But if I see something like 98 divided by 7, it's not going to be really quick, or 102 divided by 6, it's not going to be really quickly. So on the first one, we're going to take 60 and we're going to divide it into chunks. So I know that 3 times 10 is 30. So I mean 60, there's a 30 in 60 and there's another 30 in 60. So I'm breaking the 60 into two chunks. So there's a 30 part and a 30 part. And I know it's really easy for me to know how many times 3 goes into 30. And that would be 10 times. And into this 30, it would go 10 times. So I just add those together and I will know 60 divided by 3 is going to be 20. Okay, so for this one, it's a bit more difficult maybe. It's not something you know off the bat, but I usually look at the number that I'm dividing, like the 7 in this case, and then I ask myself, what is 7 times 10? That's 70. So if I take 70 off 98, what is left? 28. So 98 is the same as 70 plus 28. Again, you can take 49 off if you want, but 70 is a nice round number, and I kind of got lucky because 28 I know is also divisible by 7 without any remains. Again, chunking works well or easy when we know there are no remains, but even if there were to be remains, it will give us a good estimation of what's going on. So in this case, I know 7 will go into 70 10 times, and 7 will go into 28 4 times. So if I just add those two, it's going to be 14. So I could write it like this. So 98 divided by 7 would be the same as 70 divided by 7 plus 28 divided by 7. And 70 divided by 7 is 10, plus 28 divided by 7 is 4, and then we get 14. So it's just breaking it into smaller parts so it's easy for us to understand. In this one, the same, we can do exactly the same thing. Let's write it out as we would. We can say this is going to be the same as, I'm going to do a 60. Let's say I take a 60 off there. 60 divided by 6 plus, what's left if I take 60 off 102? 42. Divided by 6, I hope. Let me check. Yeah, there's enough space there. 60 divided by 6 is going to be 10, and 42 divided by 6 is going to be 7. So this is going to be 17 in total. I could have used different numbers. Maybe it would have been easier for me to do a 36 and a 36 and 36 plus 36. How much is that going to be? It's like 72, and then there's a 30 left, etc. So it's not like 70 and 28 is the only right answer here, and 60 and 42 is the only right answer. It's just like what is manageable for you or easy to understand. So we can do a final example. Let's do one more. Just take this off. Let's do, we're just doing 2 digits. In the next video, we can take a look at some 3-digit numbers. So let's take a look at, I'm going to use red just because I want to be different. Let's take 72, and this we're going to divide by 4. So the easiest would be to just do a 40 first. So 40 divided by 4. So if I have 72 and I take off 40, I'll be left with 32. And I got lucky again because I know 4 really easily goes into 32. So 32 is left. So 40 plus 32 will give me 72. And it's easier to divide 40 by 4 and 32 by 4 on their own and separately than trying to do 72 divided by 4. So here I have 10 plus, this is going to be 8. So it's going to be 18. Perfect.